How's it going, YouTube? Kratos123 here, doing a Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck profile for you guys today. Now, remember that old hero deck that I used to have? Well, rather the Hero Glad deck that I used to have, Hero Gladiator Heroes. I'll leave a link in the description below of the deck profile. But of course, a long time ago, I did take that apart and just make a hero deck, which is, of course, still for sale and everything. I'll leave a link in the description below. I believe I still have all the cards in that. I'll just have to double check. But I decided, you know, I still love Gladiator Beasts, and I still want to make the deck good. But the problem with Gladiator Beasts in formats like this is that they're just way too slow. They're just too slow for the other decks out there. We have Inzectors, who are thought dead, who have won way faster. And we have, I guess, the, like, Mermills and Girgia. All that stuff is just way too fast for Gladiators to compete with. But of course, I still love Gladiators, and I still want to make them better. Why not, right? So, doing a deck profile for you guys today, and this is going to be my Rabbit Glads. Now, of course, I tried Rabbit Glads before, back when Rescue Rabbit first came out, but of course, it was a really expensive card. I ended up only getting one, and one just really wasn't good enough. But now I have the Tour Guys, I have the Levier, and I have the Rescue Rabbits. So we're going to be taking the engine from the Dino Rabbits, and we're going to be putting it into this deck. So let's get on with the deck profile. I'll show you guys, explain everything, even though you should really already know if you've seen the Dino Rabbit. So let's get on with the deck profile.
Alright, YouTube, so here we are with our deck profile for our Rabbit Glads. So of course we're just going to explain the first couple of cards. We have our Tour Guys from the Underworld. We have our Rescue Rabbits. And for, you know, of course, for the targets, we have our Gladiator Beast Andal. Now, the reason why I like having the Andal kind of thing instead of, you know, like how Dino Rabbit. Now, of course, I know that Dino Rabbit is still better than this deck. But, you know, just for reasons to say, instead of just going for Exceeds, you can use your Andals to bring out something like an Esadari, then bringing them back to the deck so you can use another Rescue Rabbit to target them. So yeah, that's basically, yeah, as you know, the engine, you summon your Rabbit, you get out 2 of your Andals, you then either Exceed or you bring them back to your deck for your Esadari. And that's pretty much it. The Tour Guys are in there for some Exceeds like Levier and other rank 3s. So let's get on, of course, with the other monsters of the deck. I find the deck does have a really high monster count for a Gladiator Beast deck. I am going to try to dwindle it down. If you guys have any, you know, any suggestions, let me know. So first we're going to be looking at Gladiator Beast Laquari. Let's see if we can zoom in there. Nope, that is as far as it can go. We have our first Gladiator Beast Laquari. You basically, of course, it's your main beast stick. You summon it. You can attack with it for 1800. You can special summon it for 2100, and it helps you bring out your Heraclinos. So 2 of those guys. 1 Samnite. I like to run the 1 Samnite because Samnite allows you to search for your Gladiator Beast cards that you could use if you don't have the Proving Ground, and the Proving Ground does not allow you to search for the War Chariot, which this card does. So you search for your War Chariot, you get it in hand, and then you can request to recycle it. So that's what I really like about having at least 1 Samnite there. 1 Bastari. Now Bastari is, of course, you have to run it. It is your back row popper and allows you to get a Gazaris. 1 Ratari. I find it's a really nice card. It is for the Graveyard Hate. Good against chaos stuff. Just make sure that they cannot bring out their Blacklusted Soldier and stuff like that. If it is even used. I've been gone for like 2 months, so for a Yu-Gi-Oh! So I honestly don't know what the metagame is really fully like. Next we have 1 Mermillo, just for some monster hate. We are running 2 a quest. Of course, it is a winged beast, and it allows you to recycle your stuff like Gladiator Beast War Chariot. So it is very helpful. 2 Darius. It is your monster reborn of the deck, and the monster doesn't have the effect, but it is really good for rank 4 Exceeds or bringing out, of course, your fusions. And lastly, 2 Test Tigers. I do like the Test Tigers, though I might take them out. I'm not quite sure. They are very, very useful, don't get me wrong. But with the monster count being at 19 with these guys, I just find that I may not need them. I don't know, I feel uncomfortable having them having the deck more than that much monsters. Most Gladiator Beasts do not carry that many monsters. I do not run Hoplimus in this deck, and if I did, I would run one only for the the first game, and then I would take it out, because in all honesty, if your opponent knows you're playing Gladiator Beasts, and you set that Hoplimus, they know it's going to be a Hoplimus. So that's why I don't run it. We are running 3 Proving Ground, which is again the reason why I was really not wanting to have the 19 monster card deck, because these really count as monsters, so it'll be more like a 22 card deck. But again, if you guys have any suggestions on what to take out, let me know. Next, 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. They allow you for chains. They're not just for back row hate. I mean, if you want to stop certain chains to go by that could miss the timing, Mystical Space Typhoon is definitely a good friend of yours. For the 1-offs, we have 1 Dark Hole, 1 Heavy Storm, 1 Monster Reborn, and we are playing 1 Forbidden Lance. The Forbidden Lance, of course, is just to get in there, so my opponent, my opponent can't use spell and trap cards on my gladiators, thus allowing them to go through. For our traps, we have 3 Warrior Chariots. I am kind of deciding to maybe take a 2, mainly because the Salmonite is searchable. The Salmonite can search for this, and the Quest, which is searchable as well, can recycle this back to my hand. So, in all honesty, I don't know if I really want to run 3. I might run 2. 3 Horn of the Phantom Beast. This is very nice draw support, and at the same time, it's, your opponent attacks one of your gladiators. That it has to be a beast warrior or warrior. A beast or beast warrior, which a lot of the gladiators are in this deck. So you can use this pretty easily. And, plus 800, and gives you that draw support that you could use. That's why I really like these guys. And I have those at 3. 3 compulsory evacuation devices. We have this in here. I just absolutely love this. I don't run the Solemn Brigade in this. I don't know why. I'm deciding whether maybe take 2, like one of these out, one of these out, and one of these out, and put in the Solemn Brigade, but I'm not quite sure. If you guys think that I should, if you think it'd be better, I'll try it out. But these are in there, it saves my gladiators from their cards, and you can bounce their card or you can bounce your own card. 1 Mirror Force. The Mirror Force is in there, of course, as we all know, which it's Mirror Force. We are running 2 Wabokus. I absolutely love Waboku. They're really nice against stuff like Dino Rabbit. If you are facing Dino Rabbit, as I said before, I don't know if I'll keep the Wabokus in there. I've always actually run my Gladiator Beast with the Wabokus. I'm more used to the Wabokus. It saves my Wabokus from battle, or saves my gladiators from battle, and then of course I can go off with my effects. And lastly, we are running 1 Icarus attack. We are running Gazaris in this deck. We are running Bastarian in this deck. We are running 2 Quest in this deck. So it is fairly easy to search out the card for this, and it does give me a +1 on my opponent. Getting rid of, well, no, I don't think it's actually any pluses, but destroying 2 cards. No, it isn't a plus because you're using this, and you're losing your Quest, but. It does help you out a lot. You can get rid of your opponent's back row, summon a monster, and get in there. So, 1 Tecton Icarus attack. Now, for our extra deck, we are running 2 Gladiator Beast Heraklinos. I run 2 mainly because if 1 goes, then I like to have the backup, even though Darius can save this guy and put it back on the deck. We are, of course, running 2 Gazaris. Gazaris. Can't really explain this guy. You don't. If you're running Glads, you run this guy. It's just too good. It's pretty much, it's your boss monster that is probably used more than Heraklinos is. He's not your boss monster, Heraklinos is, but still. One Esadari. I do want 2 of these guys. If you got one other one and you're willing to trade it, let me know. Don't care about the rarity, don't care about the edition. In all honesty, this card is, it helps with the it helps with the rescue rabbits and stuff like that. Putting the Andals back in the deck to bring out this 2500 beater. Fantastic card. And that's really all I can say. It is a vanilla. For our Exceeds, we are running 1 Leviator the Sea Dragon for our, tour guide and all that combo. We are running 2 Wind Up Zenmains just for some defense. Things that can, tour guide can help get this out and all that. 1 Papillo Operative, 1 Giga Brilliant, and 1 Leviator the Sea Dragon. I do run a Hope in this deck, or Utopia. I do run that in this deck, but for some odd reason I cannot find it for the life of me. Once Roach comes out, I will definitely run Roach. I do not really have a side deck for this right now, mainly because, I don't play competitively, but cards that I would probably side are Snowman Eater, which would help you get out your ranks, or sorry, your rank 3s, and, just your normal stuff that you would run in a Gladiator deck. So yeah, that's the deck profile. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you think. If you think that something else could go good in this deck, or some things can be taken out, let me know. I do kind of want to make this deck competitive. Gladiators have been in the shadows for a long time. I don't think they'll be getting any better though, sadly, mainly because they are again just too slow for the cards that are out this format. Though nonetheless, they are still a very fun deck to play. But that's it for the deck profile. This is Kratos123 doing some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff, waiting for that gate crash. Signing out for you guys.